don't be afraid. Yeah, I think being afraid of what people are going to think of your style or what you're trying to say, or I don't know, just like how your process is. You get afraid that people are going to judge you or think that it's not original enough or it's not new enough, or yeah, I think that the fear would hold people back a lot from being creative, and from putting their work out there. Like I said, you can't shine if you're hiding, and just show everything, you know, like expanding and learning and trying new things. Like, it's just the most exciting thing. So like, the industry is never going to be oversaturated. Just keep making things. I just think always like starting from a place of fun and a place of play, and starting with a good message. I think that those are like things that I think are very good starting points for creating good art. Like, what am I trying to say? And if it is just like, I want to say smile, you know, then that's a perfect place to start. I'm Kathi Burke, and I am an illustrator and visual artist. And I'm from Waterford, but I've been living in Dublin for, say, about like 12, 13 years on and off, hence the kind of vague accent. It's a mismatch. I was probably exactly as you would imagine I was as a kid, so I'm pretty much the exact same. I was super into reading, drawing, yeah, just making art. I was known as the arty kid for sure. Always in my own world, dreamer. Making stories was really important to me as a kid, so writing stories, creating lots of characters out of dolls and toys, like just really, really arty, yeah. But also very introverted and really shy. I think as a child I was like painfully shy, and you know, from finding my people, I kind of grew out of that. Not until about secondary school, college, did I kind of start getting a bit more confident, yeah, believing in like in my talent, I suppose, and being able to express myself. And I didn't know that illustration was a job, like, for sure. So I had always thought that if you're arty, you're either going to be an art teacher or a painter, and they're the two kind of paths. And I knew that my parents were going to have to pay for my college, you know, and I would have been the first person in my family to go. And so I didn't want to just say I'm going to be a painter, because I think that would have scared them. It would have been too much to say I want to go to art school and paint, and they would have been like, well, this is a bad investment, potentially. So I said I was going to do graphic design, and but like, I always knew I was going to go to art school. I went to NCAD in 2008, and so I was working on a portfolio all through school, like, you know, 6th year or whatever. I went there, and yeah, I just loved it. Like, I think I just always knew I wanted to do something that was going to express myself, and I love learning as well. So I know every opportunity I was given to work with new materials or just to learn a new skill. Like, when you start in college learning graphic design, especially, you're learning all these new softwares and kind of fundamental theories behind balance and color choice and all these things, and I just ate it up. I absolutely loved it. Like, one thing just leads to another in this career. So leaving college, I was like, okay, well, what you do is you get loads of internships. That's what you do. That's how you get known in Dublin. So I just did a bunch of internships for a year, and then found myself going home after work in graphic design studios, going home and illustrating for maybe like friends or for myself, or just for, I don't know, my Tumblr at the time. And after about a year of that, I was like, I think I just want to do this full time. Somehow. And I mean, I'm going to put my hands up and say it was the pandemic. Like, completely put a halt on all my work, or the way that I was working. And it's only when I stopped and had a bit of silence, I was like, oh, the way I was working before was not good for me. Because I think it was just the way I was feeling when I was making graphic design work. I didn't feel myself. I was overthinking all the time, and I just know that that's not for me, because I like to work a lot more freely, and I find that everybody learns from making mistakes and learns from failing, but I think when you're working for graphic design, clients, people with deadlines, people with big budgets and things. I'm like, I don't have time to fail. I need to get this out. I need to get it right on the first pass and make life easier for the clients and everybody else down the path of this project. Whereas I was like, I just want to make things that I think is really fun, and I want to like make some stuff that's shit and no one's going to see, and I want to, yeah, just play a bit more. I think that it might be instinct to think like, I've failed, so therefore I'm a failure. But in play, yeah, you fail all the time. Things don't work out. You go down the chutes and up the ladder, and you don't. It doesn't mean that you've failed. It's just that's part of the game. And so for playing with creating artwork, I actually got this brainwave from a Stephen Fry interview where he was mentioning about creating art, and he was talking more in a comedic sense or in a literary sense, but it applies to across all art forms. Like if I sit down and say I'm going to make art, like you're setting yourself up for a really hard time because the bar is so high. You know, your own expectations or other people's expectations of you are so high. Like, I need to create a piece of art now. It's going to wow people. But his method for creating art is to begin by making craft. So something that's quite, I won't say mindless, but like mindful. So crafting something, whether it's quite methodical, like I like to cut paper or collage things, or kind of look for inspiration on Pinterest or something that feels kind of more gathering and crafting. And then during that process, that lead to, oh, I got an idea, and now I can create the art. But I think sitting down and saying I'm going to make something beautiful now doesn't always work. I think you need an hour or two before I even begin, just to like, no one's going to see this. It's just messing. It's just playing, and I kind of hope that I do something that makes me think, you know, something a bit unusual or, you know, messy or shit or something that, you know, that's unexpected. Fruitful means juicy, and it means abundant, and it means fresh. I feel like it just something that you want to, I don't know, get your teeth into. I'm thinking fruit as well, but fruitful work is it's just like a always ever growing and always inspiring place to be.
Thanks for watching.